Hello.
Hello.
That was a fun laugh. That was like that like a kind of laugh you only hear at a circus.
Yeah, well, that's where I hope to work one day.
Yeah. I'm sure they have some openings for like a bear who rides a bicycle or a unicycle. You ride a unicycle. You could just be the bear who rides a unicycle.
I do, yeah. They just put me in a bear costume. Well, they probably don't even need it.
No. Like, by the way, by bear, we meant a large gay man. But I'm not gay. Yes, you are. Yes, he is, folks. Yes, he is. He's very gay.
You were last night when you wanted this job.
Gay for bear pay.
Gay for bear pay.
Yeah.
Or bear play.
Yeah. Well,
Yeah.
I mean that's just called gay.
Yeah.
That's, if you're just like, oh, I'm not gay. I just like gay sex with big hairy men. Mm-hmm. That's gay.
Yeah, that's pretty gay.
That's just gay.
Yeah.
It's not gay for pay. That's just
being gay.
Gay for gay.
Yeah, gay for gay.
Gay for gay.
Just like those shirts that go like, I'm not gay, but my boyfriend is.
No, yeah. Or those shirts that say, I'm not gay, but $20 is $20.
Yeah, $20 is $20.
$20 is $20. It's not, that's true.
Yeah.
Yeah. We could all stand to suck a dick for $20.
You know what?
You could learn a lot from it. Everybody out there.
You learn something about yourself.
Go suck a dick for $20. Find someone who you trust, whose dick you would suck for $20.
Mm-hmm.
Suck their dick for $20.
Suck their dick for $20.
And just learn about purely transactional sexual acts. Yeah. That are completely consensual between two adults, and can be fulfilling for both parties. See if you like sucking a dick for $20. You like having $20. I can tell you that much. Yeah. You might not like sucking the dick, but who knows?
At $20 can buy, well, $20 can't go far in Biden's America.
not in Joe Brandon's America.
I mean, it could
barely. You know what I'm saying?
It could barely cover the value meal.
Right. Can barely cover a gallon of gas. I put up those stickers. I did that. I did that.
Joe Brandon.
Yeah. What's the worst thing about Brandon's America for you? What freedoms did he take away from you, the white man?
Well, currently, I think the genocide's pretty bad.
Yeah, I said, but for the white man.
Well, he made it so I can't be, he made flying the flag illegal.
That's true.
And
how do you feel about that? You can't fly the flag on your truck anymore because you don't have a truck anymore.
I don't have a truck anymore. No.
So I guess that makes sense. Yeah. Well, so did Joe Brandon take away your truck? Is that what you're saying?
Joe Brandon took away my truck, yeah, because I couldn't afford the Brandon gas.
Or the Brandon fixing my truck tax.
Yeah, the Brandon fixing my goddamn truck.
Trump never did that to me.
Son of a bitch. Yeah, actually, I think I did get my car 1 year into the Brandon America.
Yeah, really?
Yeah.
It's been nothing but trouble, huh?
It's been nothing but trouble.
Brandon, right there for you.
That was Brandon for you.
So today we're here to talk about Brandon's America. No, Star Trek: The Next Generation episode Continuum,
Conundrum.
Sorry, Conundrum. Yeah. You're right. I just wanted it to be Continuum. That'd be a cooler title. It is a conundrum, though.
Yeah, it's a conundrum. Better known as the Mr. Poopy Butthole episode.
Mm-hmm. Is it?
Yeah, that's this. I think this episode is what inspired the Mr. Poopy Butthole episode of Rick and Morty.
Is it?
Yeah, because like in that,
I don't remember that episode because I don't care.
I
don't know if I watched it.
They all there's a parasite that can mimic that can get inside their mind and alter their memories to make them think that the parasite's been there all along. Yeah. And so, and the parasites keep multiplying, so all these crazy characters appear, and they just and they can't.
No, I did see that episode. I'm recalling it now. It's unremarkable. I don't really care about Rick and Morty. It's fine.
All the Rick and Morty episodes are stolen from something else.
They're like a lot of them were parodies of something else, which is fine. Yeah. They've done some fine storytelling here and there. It's just like it's got on way too long for what kind of material they have, and then also Justin Roiland.
Yeah.
Is a piece real creepy creep shit.
He's a birthday twin with me.
That's awesome. Before we get into that episode, though, of Rick and Morty, we're going to talk about our Patreon.
Oh, yeah, we can do that.
We have a Patreon at patreon.com/dumbidiotbs. That's patreon.com/dumbidiotbs. What can you get there for $2 a month? You can get all the episodes at once.
Oh, yeah.
You can get them in high-quality stereo.
But it is also free to join.
It is also free to join. You can also join for free. Yeah, you can do that. We have several free members. It's totally fine.
But it has no perks besides guests voting on the episode.
Yeah, well, you get all the episodes at once.
Oh, yeah.
In high-quality stereo. Plus, you get to vote on the episodes and suggest episodes for us to watch. Yeah. Which is this episode today, Conundrum.
They voted on Conundrum?
They voted on Conundrum. 80% of them. Like it was like I don't know, 16 people or something like that.
It's a good episode. I like it.
Yeah, it was a bunch of people voted for this one. It was I think one of the cleanest sweeps I've seen of voting so far.
I can see that. It's a really good plus we have been doing a lot of season 5 TNG episodes.
You're not wrong. We have a lot of season 5 everything. Oddly enough.
Yeah, and you know what? Season 5 TNG rocks.
It does.
There's very few.
There's very few misses.
Yeah, very few misses in that. It has so many iconic episodes.
Yeah.
So I can see it's gravitating towards that because it's they're all the badass ones.
Yeah.
It's where the servers really hit its stride.
But if you that's what you get for free or $2 a month. For $5 a month, we say thank you.
No.
As you are officially producers of our show, except you don't get kickbacks like the real producers, us. But we say thank you to people just like Electric Baphomet, Joe DeVideo, John Simcox, Jonah Hearn, Nick Savard, Nova, Shane Sawyer, Skeptic, Abigail Simpson, Asher Pliskin, Benjamin Van Galen, Big Strong Boy, Gabe Siciliano, Gillian McCrary, Iggy, James Hartman, Jose Martinez, Kyle Simmons, Laura Flame, Papa Poison, PJ Hale, Roberto Yolito, Robert Yolito, and Roberto Molina. 7 of 9, SFC Punk, Shane Williams, Tim Wilkinson, Awful Star Trek Drawings.
Oh, Awful Star Trek Drawings.
Yeah, I'd recommend checking them out.
I like their page a lot.
Yeah, they're very only occasionally active. I wish they. I'd like to see more of them. They make fun drawings of Star Trek.
They do make fun drawings,
and they're really not awful.
Yeah, they're not awful.
Yeah,
they're very good. They're actually very good.
Yeah, we got Jordan Hale, David Craning Sites. Professor David Craning Sites, that is. Dylan Lance, Ethan Adams, Gursky, Jormore, Sam Mayo, and our good friends over at the Bruce Campbell podcast.
Hells yeah.
And Anamorphin Time podcast as well. You should go check both those out.
Anamorphin Time.
Anamorphin Time. It's a great podcast about Animorphs, yeah.
Yeah, I never got too into those, but I was reading something about how bizarre the history of Animorphs is. Mm-hmm. Just the lore is very weird.
It's very strange with the viscers and stuff like that.
Yeah. That's why I was reading about that because I never really read any Animorph books.
No, and it's got the Council of 13, and there's it's pretty. it's fairly dense fantasy, to be honest. I read the books back when I was a kid because my brother read them, and then so they were just sitting around, and they were like a thing you could get through one of them in a couple hours.
Yeah.
And so they were like a whatever day read that you just like take on a car trip or whatever. And so like I read all of them. I don't remember a ton of it, but I remember some of it, and it was pretty wild stuff. It's like decent sci-fi fantasy, to be honest, and like pretty imaginative and like read easily for a kid. Yeah. Some
Except
cool.
for all the, I think there's like weird like murder and death in the Vissers or.
Yeah. The Vissers definitely do like assassination plots and shit like that.
That's pretty cool.
Yeah, it is.
Maybe I should check those out as a fully grown man.
You should, or watch the series on my server, because as I understand,
there's a series. I had no idea.
There's a series, and I got it in pretty good quality on my server.
Okay.
Yeah. Speaking of my server.
Oh yeah.
For $10 a month. But this is actually all booked up. All the slots are full, but you get access to
the Media Dungeon,
which is my Plex server that has over 17,000 films, over 1,500 shows. I'm getting new fucking stuff all the time. What's something you watched on there recently, Pat?
I watched the season 5 of Fargo. That was really good.
Yeah, did you like that? That just came out. That just finished.
Yeah, I love that. That was really good.
Okay. Where would you rank it in terms of the seasons?
You know what? It's definitely a top tier season.
Really? It's like near 2 and 1?
Yeah, I would say so.
Oh, no shit. Wow.
I really enjoyed it. Like, especially like the final 20 or so minutes of the last episode really tie everything together. Yeah. And it was great. It was very emotionally moving. Like it was great. It's like it has an oaf in it, which I love. I love oafs, and we got some good oaf moments.
Yeah, I also have every episode of Star Trek in HD on there, and I know what you must be saying. You must be saying,
Brett, you motherfucking crazy! They never released Voyager and DS9 in HD?
No, well, I am crazy. I'm crazy enough to seek out the best upscales of DS9 and Voyager and upload them to there. So,
hells yeah.
Yeah, they're really good quality upscales.
Yeah, every time I go back and watch a Voyager DS9 episode, it's really good.
Yeah. What else did I recently got all of American Chopper on there.
Oh, nice.
I got all 14 seasons of Barney and Friends.
I heard the American Chopper guy is like bankrupt now or something.
He's morally bankrupt. That's about right. What's up? I got all of The Joy of Painting, all 31 seasons of that.
Oh, fuck.
402 episodes of Bob Ross painting shit.
Oh, hells yeah.
I got some really rare that I've been looking for a long time. It's not the full rip, because there's like altogether like 60 something episodes, but I got 22 episodes of Camp Candy.
Oh shit!
The 3-season run cartoon about where like John Candy is the lead in like running a camp for kids.
No, I watched Camp Candy when I was a kid.
Me too. It's super hard to find, but I found it.
That's sad.
I also got all 130 episodes of the hilarious House of Frightenstein.
I've never even heard of that.
Exactly. It was a Canadian show that has 130 episodes, but like Vincent Price is on it for a couple cameos.
Is Vincent Price a Canadian?
Nah, maybe. No, I don't think so. He maybe. He could be.
He's probably just going over there for pills. And
I got a bunch of Blind Date. Remember Blind Date?
Oh, I do.
And Cheaters.
Oh,
I got all of Cheaters.
Yeah. Oh, I've always wanted to see the episode where he gets stabbed on a boat.
I think that's in here.
Yeah, because he confronts a cheater on a boat. Like I was always wondering, but I guess he really did get stabbed.
He did. Yeah,
he got stabbed.
But it might have been a setup.
Yeah, it's like because like the fact that they're cheating on a boat is ridiculous. Like it's hard to tell with reality TV sometimes. Like
right. It all seems like a big elaborate ruse and setup.
Yeah, I do remember the Joey Greco getting stabbed on a boat. Like was always really talked about.
Pretty cool.
Yeah,
pretty cool actually.
But when that was on, we didn't have like
God,
he's TV on demand.
He's got such a soul patch on this show.
Oh yeah, he has a very punchable face, which is like it's very brave of him.
He's actually very brave in the show because he like stands up to guys bigger than him. And he's like, "Don't touch your girlfriend. Don't touch her. Yeah. Don't touch her." And they're like, "Man, what the fuck?" And
it's like that. It's like that one tweet where it's just like talking about a guy who's really short who'd always like start shit with tall dudes, and then if they started to hit him back, he'd be like, "Hey, come on, I'm a little guy. It's my birthday. I'm the birthday boy." I can see
brave.
I can see Joey Greco doing that, but no, he was brave as fuck. I mean, he had the most punchable face in existence. And went up and confronted people who are cheating on their spouses.
Right. Or girlfriends. Mostly girlfriends.
Yeah, mostly girlfriends. But just like he goes up and confronts cheaters who don't want to be on camera.
Right.
Doing their shit they're not supposed to. And he's just like, basically begging for a punch to the face. And,
he is.
And he got a stab in the stomach. So.
He got a stab in the tummy. I'm sure he got more than a few punches in the face.
Oh, yeah, I'm sure.
Those weren't reported on, though, because that's not like sensational TV news. Guy gets punched in the face.
Yeah, I can see
stabbing is a lot more interesting.
Yeah, stabbing and then falling off the boat and into the water.
Yeah, that's sensational. That's dramatic.
Yeah.
Which tells me it was planned.
Yeah, it makes me think
it was.
Perfect. It's too perfect. Yeah. But I'm wondering if he really did allow himself to get stabbed. They're just like I guess like a producer was just like, Joey, it's for the ratings.
Yeah,
you just get a stab. He'll stab you in this guy's a professional.
I promise you're going to be on the front page of the tabloids.
Yeah, front page.
Front page.
And you know what? We won't aim for anything vital. You'll be fine. Don't worry about it. And he's just like, okay.
I've been training for this.
Yeah, I've been training for this.
Do it.
Ugh.
Yeah. Fun show, though.
Fun show. Check out Cheaters.
Yeah, and then for $20 a month, and I still have slots open for this, I think 3 slots, you get merchandise as well as all of the above listed things.
Merchandising.
So you get access to the media dungeon, and you also get monthly merchandise. I just sent out Soy Trek shirts to all of our subscribers there, T-shirts in their size. So.
Hells yeah.
Yeah, I sent out some fun stuff. I'm thinking, I don't know, maybe doing something warm for the next month. Maybe get some
package some fire.
Yeah, I was thinking that, or just like send them just a hand warmer and a sticker.
Oh yeah.
No, I don't know.
A bomb.
Maybe a long sleeve or something like that.
Oh yeah.
But it's $20 a month, so I can't buy like I can't be sending out like hoodies or whatever every month. But
and as
still,
we were
like,
saying, $20 is $20.
$20 is $20.
Yeah.
So we appreciate everyone's support so much. Thank you.
We do.
So that's our Patreon at patreon.com/dumbidiotbs.
Hells yeah.
Yeah. Also, shout out to my other show, Prison Breakdown.
Prison Breakdown.
Yeah. It's a show I produce with 2 professors. Professors Beck and Eric.
Okay.
Yeah.
There's no Professor Dog.
There's no dog involved, unfortunately.
Damn.
No. I got a little bit of that dog in me, though.
Got a little bit of that dog, yeah.
Yeah.
I've seen the video.
Yeah. Oh. That video.
That video.
Yeah, I got
you did a really good job keeping the knot out. That's good.
No. I just am able. I'm able to gape around the knot at this point. You got to learn to gape around the knot. It's very
There's none
tight.
of that happens in Prison Breakdown.
No. No.
No, because then you would be going to prison.
I would be. It's like funded by a university.
Oh, okay. Yeah, it's on the level.
Yeah. It's just very on the level. I mean, we make some fun jokes in there. I've threatened to myself several times on the show.
There's always comedy gold.
It's a joke. It's a joke. It's a laugh.
As a little goof.
Everyone laughs.
Everyone laughs.
They're not concerned for me. I don't need to talk to anybody.
The laughter usually is just like it's like ha 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 ha.
They're slowly
dial
dialing 911. Yeah.
Like, I need help right now.
My producer. They're threatening to end it all. I heard a that sound effect. So yeah, we're here today to talk about an episode of Star Trek.
Hells yeah.
The Next Generation from season 5, episode 14, Conundrum. This episode first aired February 17th of 1992.
Oh wow.
And it is the 113th episode overall of TNG. The teleplay for this episode is by Barry Skolnick, and this is his only Star Trek episode that he was ever involved with.
Really?
And he mostly worked later on things like Law and Order and other procedural shows. The story was by another writer named Paul Schiffer, who only did 1 Star Trek episode and mostly, other than that, wrote for Murder, She Wrote. Wrote several episodes of that show.
Oh, that's interesting.
And this one's directed by Les Landau, who is one of the most iconic and long-lived Star Trek episode directors. He has directed 59 episodes of Star Trek overall, including 34 of TNG, 14 of DS9, 9 of Voyager, and 1 of Enterprise. He also directed the Klingon Challenge board game.
Oh, cool.
Yeah, which is pretty cool. So, I'm going to dive right into this bad boy.
Let's get into it.
We open on a captain's log. Captain's log, stardate 45494.2. We're investigating a series of subspace signals that may indicate intelligent life in the Epsilon Solar System. We are within sensor range. It's Picard, by the way, speaking, obviously. Maybe, obviously. We're talking TNG today. Data and Deanna Troi are playing some 4D chess at 10 forward, and Data is mansplaining chess to her.
Yeah.
But Troi has something up her sleeve, and Data suggests he will lose in 7 moves.
Yeah, could Data even be considered a man? Like, gender-wise? I guess he chose his gender.
He mansplains, so yeah, he chose his gender.
He's by mansplaining, he chose his, that's him. That's him choosing his gender.
Actually, the classic chess move would be to do this. So, honey, I mean, I'm a robot, so might as well be chess master. Come on.
You think he would be playing
this is like really underpowering Data here, honestly. Like, she like easily beats him at chess because he's too logical, and I'm like, no, he's a robot, man.
I mean, I'm not sure what the rules are with 4D chess actually, and what the history is, because I'm sure just like chess is now. There's like an entire library of every single person's moves. Like all the moves have names and like utility in certain situations, so that. And I feel as a robot, as an android, he would
have run through those scenarios.
Yeah, it's just like when you play chess on your phone. You know, if you ever download chess for your phone, and play that.
Like honestly, like a fucking regular cell phone could beat like the world's highest ranked grandmaster now.
Yeah, I got pissed off.
And we're suspending our disbelief to believe that because Deanna Troi has intuition. And because she can read emotions,
but she can't read Data's though.
I know, exactly.
Yeah.
And so, how could that give her a one-up against Data? Because she says it's a game of intuition here.
I think she's just intuiting Data's moves, just but without it. I mean, she could probably guess where he's going.
Yeah,
especially since he's
this is exactly how someone who would be mansplaining something to me would move.
Especially he seems to be telegraphing all of his moves anyway, so it's just like she's probably just like, got you again. He's like, oh.
Yeah, she's playing the counselor's gambit.
Yeah, but it's also not that game that he plays by wiggling his fingers.
Right, which he's the best at.
Yeah,
the masturbation game.
But that one dude almost got him.
Yeah, because that dude can fucking not come forever. He can edge forever.
Yeah, but that dude does look like the fingers would be the only thing he'd be wiggling.
Oh yeah. He'd be doing a wiggle, wiggle, wiggle what? Wiggle, wiggle what? You know what I'm saying?
I know what you're saying.
Wiggle, wiggle, what? Wiggle, wiggle, what? Wiggle, what?
You know what I'm saying?
I know what you're saying.
Okay, cool. So over in Medbay, Crusher is scanning a girl who injured her arm during what looks like gymnastics, but she's actually wearing a swimsuit. We find out.
Yeah.
Crusher says she remembered the last time the girl was in Medbay, it was because she was cliff diving in the holodeck, which is actually what she's in for now.
Yeah.
Which I'm like, can you really keep doing? Like, what about the safety precautions and stuff? I don't know.
Yeah, I feel like safety protocols would unless she tells them to turn off.
Yeah, which she might be doing, which is a bad idea, like cliff diving.
Yeah.
I wouldn't take that risk.
I'm always curious. I guess like how they do it in the holodeck though is also like a holographic floor kind of lifts you up a bit, and that's how you're able to dive.
Yeah, imagine like it creating that much water that quickly. That's insane. Yeah. Like the holodeck is a marvel.
Yeah, but I can see like cliff diving being a very easy way to hurt yourself. Like,
I can see Cliff Clavin being an easy way to hurt yourself. Yeah. You know what I'm saying?
Oh yeah.
Him and Ma.
Talking
about Cheers.
Oh yeah.
Cliff Clavin.
Oh yeah. Postman. He lives in Seattle.
Does he? John Ratzenberger?
He lives on Vashon, yeah.
He's like a Republican, I think.
Probably. I mean, that's one place Vashon attracts is this like crunchy hippies or crunchy Republicans.
Oh, bummer.
So yeah.
Yeah, cool. So over with Riker, he's having Ro Lauren. He's giving Ro Lauren the fucking business.
He is.
For doing flight handling assessments a different way than they usually do.
They always gave Ro Lauren so much shit.
I know. He's like dressing her down. He's like, I'm disappointed in you, young lady.
Yeah, they're always jumping on her dick about everything.
But she's like, I don't know. She's like doing something beyond, her orders. And the thing about Riker, is like, I'm fucking understanding. If you would have asked, and she's like, you would have said no, and he's like, I might have said yes.
Yeah.
Because like the way you do it is probably better, but we didn't fucking talk about it.
Yeah.
Which I get that. In like a management sense, like it's cool when someone like does something that you don't expect, but it's better if they like bring it to you instead of changing the protocol.
Especially with something dangerous.
Right. Yeah.
Yeah. It's kind of like in just any sort of like dangerous situation, you want to make sure everyone's on the same page and not surprise anyone because that's how people get hurt. Yeah. So I can understand, but I just feel they're always like being mean to Ro Lauren.
Oh, well, I'm sorry. I'm sorry you feel they're being mean to the pretty girl, but he dresses down a lot of people. Like,
yeah, he does.
He does disappointed dad to basically like everyone on the ship except for Picard.
Yeah, but even he kind of does when the episode Night Terrors where they all lose their they all start getting really sleepy. And they're not dreaming, so he's like kind of he's got a little
Troy keeps on having the dream where she's flying and you see up her ass for like half the episode.
Hells yeah. But Riker is just like he's all cranky, so he gives Picard a couple cranky glances.
Yeah, that's fair.
Yeah.
So Riker says that the rules don't change because Ro decides they do. And he's very first officer daddy here. I like it. It gets me a little hot.
And we can tell that it's actually getting both of them pretty hot.
Oh, definitely. There's palpable sexual tension between these two, basically the entire series.
Oh, yeah. Which I think it kind of makes sense because like Ro Lauren was originally supposed to be in Kira and Neresa's place in DS9.
Right.
And then when Thomas Riker goes on there, like and it alludes to a previous history between Riker and Kira, but
because Riker definitely hit that.
Definitely hit. But it makes sense. Like we would like if it was Ro Lauren, it would have made sense because we had seen it happen on TNG.
Right.
And so like we could be like, oh yeah, they definitely did fuck it out.
Right.
But yeah, it's Kira, so then we just allude to like a previously unseen.
Oh, he's got a typo right.
Yeah.
Because I feel like Kira and Ro are kind of the similar.
Yeah, I mean, they're very similar characters in a lot of sense. I always felt like, but I feel like Kira's like probably friendlier. She comes off she's friendly to people who she really likes.
Yeah, I mean, we get to see a lot more of Kira though.
Yeah, we do.
Like, I mean, we see a different side of Ro in this episode.
Yeah.
A much different side, her backside. we get them back shots.
Wait, which I think I didn't see that. I think you had some deleted scenes that you saw that I didn't.
Full disclaimer, I fell asleep watching this episode, so I just wrote these notes from memory. So part of it might be a dream. I'm not sure.
You woke up halfway and you're on your playlist and there was some porn playing. And you're just like
I'm just gooning in my sleep.
You just assimilated that into your memories of Conundrum. Yeah,
absolutely. So we'll see. This will be a wild ride.
Wild ride.
So on the bridge, the ship is reported. A ship is reported floating nearby with a sole inhabitant. Picard decides not to raise shields as a show of good faith until the scans penetrate their system, at which Picard throws up his hands and he's like, shields, which is a pretty funny little thing.
It was excellent. That was a really funny moment from Picard.
Yeah, good little gif there.
Yeah.
So in 10 forward, Data makes Troy the drink that he owes her for losing at chess. And it's this cool thing that like explodes in the glass, kind of, and it
the Sumerian sunset.
I think so.
Was that was called, or Sumerian sunset?
Something sunset.
Sunset. Yeah.
So suddenly a scanner array passes over Data, and he repeats himself.
Yeah, he kind of goes twitches a little. Yeah.
Mm-hmm. So on the bridge, the scanning signal penetrates the Enterprise's shields, and the helm goes down. The signal passes over the crew, and Picard asks what happened. Riker stands up and says he doesn't know who anybody on the bridge is. Picard doesn't know either. Worf is wearing some intense eye makeup here.
Yeah.
Looks fucking crazy in HD.
Oh, yeah.
Picard says he doesn't remember who he is, and we have a strong musical cue that takes us into the opening credits at 5 minutes and 30
but
seconds.
We get a little guy appear we've never seen before.
We do. We'll talk about him after the break, because he actually talks there. Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
So when we return, everybody is confused as to their identity and purpose. Ro figures out they're the pilot, but the helm is down. Worf recognizes the security array, and they all kind of figure out their jobs a little bit, but don't know who they are. Riker realizes he still knows how to fuck. They wonder...
He goes, oh, it's still there, thank God.
Oh, God. Yeah. It's the only thing I remember. They wonder who they are and who did this to them. There's this guy we've never seen before who acts like he also doesn't remember.
Yeah, guy with a red shirt and 3 pips.
Yeah. So a commander.
Two commanders, that makes sense.
Riker kind of ascertains that Picard is the leader, given his pips, but Worf wonders if he might be the leader because of his sash.
Yeah.
And tries to assume the role. Picard reasons that they must figure out their identities first. The computer also doesn't seem to be working right now. The new guy... Shut up. The new guy asks who did this to them. Geordi does a scan, and they find the remains of another ship nearby. Suddenly, Geordi gets into the basic system directories and gets a basic status report. Geordi sets up onboard communication systems so that they can talk with each other. Over in medical, the diver now has no idea how they got injured. Crusher heals her without knowing what she's doing. She asks to borrow some clothes. So on the bridge, the new guy is giving a report. Worf is in the captain's chair, and Picard is in an ops station. Ro and Riker are coordinating their efforts, and she says she doesn't like being so out of control. And Riker knows in that second she will not be an acceptable sub. She's gonna have to do the verse thing, the switch.
I think we've seen that Riker is more comfortable in the
switch position.
Yeah, he's more sub than anything.
No, I don't think so.
I think so.
No,
like
he's
the
very
matriarchy
daddy.
planet.
Yeah, he's into that, but that's like a whole reverse gangbang thing.
Yeah. Oh yeah, I guess he does want to be reverse gangbanged.
Yeah. He's happy to like sit back and just let that happen to him, but usually he's in a much more active role, and he's Captain Daddy a lot.
I don't know. I kind of see I kind of feel like he doesn't have that sort of like dynamic with when sex.
Yeah, he does.
Nah, I don't know. I feel like he's just like
Riker's down to like explore. He'll do anything.
Oh, yeah.
He'll do anything 3 times.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
Yeah. So
and he does.
Oh, he does. He does everything thrice just to make sure he likes it or doesn't.
Yeah.
So
powers of 3.
The power of 3. The power of Viagra. So on the bridge, the new guy is giving a report. Worf is in the captain's chair, and Picard is in an ops. Oh, I already read that. Geordi goes down and rewires some things to get them mostly functional. Riker asks him to pull up all the personnel files so they know who they are. In Picard's ready room, Worf has assumed the position of captain, and both Picard and the new guy come in and give reports to him. Yeah. Worf's actually kind of a competent captain here. Yeah. He's shown his skills, for sure.
Yeah, I do like how it is kind of like, he doesn't seem to realize that he is a Klingon, but he does, like, I feel like, it's because Klingons are so assertive that
they've got like more testosterone running through their veins.
Yeah, I feel like Klingons naturally like gravitate towards like command and like being very
command and conquer, brother.
Yeah, because he just slips into it like nothing.
Yeah, he's much more like. I mean, Klingons are much more like natural doms than Riker, but I think his upbringing makes him kind of more of a bottom. Well, especially with Jadzia Dax.
Well, I feel that's why
he definitely bottoms for Jadzia.
I feel that's the problem with, and we've seen that with Klingon sex, is that it's dom and dom.
That's true. Because, it is dom for dom. Which I've had some great dom for dom experiences, but it is basically like fighting each other to like get each other to come. And it's like, it's gonna be cool.
And just fighting for the most dom.
Yeah.
So that does seem like how Klingon sex works, basically.
Mm-hmm. So, Geordi gives Worf a call and tells him all systems should be operational. Worf says that they're ready, and Picard asks, for what? On the bridge, they're testing out weapons, and Picard recommends a full system scan. This would require taking systems offline, which Worf is hesitant towards, but it's necessary, so he agrees to do it. Crusher comes in and says brain scans look normalish, but she needs to run more tests on people. Next, Riker is talking to a confused ensign with Ro, and Riker says he's interested in the holodeck. And Ro says he seems like the kind of man who doesn't need a holodeck to have fun.
Yeah, and Ro's laying it on pretty thick here.
It is so thick. Riker has this slutty little smile, and I'm like, this is my boy. This is my boy right here.
And Ro is grinning from ear to ear.
Oh yeah, they loved doing this scene together.
Yeah.
You can tell there's like chemistry between these two actors. That's the thing about like Jonathan Frakes though, is he has great chemistry with like his romantic counterparts.
Oh yeah,
he seems like a guy.
Everybody. He seems like everyone loves him.
He just seems like such a nice Chad guy. Yeah. He's just like nice to everybody and pleasant to be around, and says nice things to people behind their back and stuff like that. Yeah.
That's also why it was 2 takes Frakes.
Yeah, 2 takes Frakes. He just he doesn't want to criticize anything. He's like, yeah, we got it in one of those takes.
We got it.
We're fine. Let's move on.
Kind of like the Ed Wood style of directing.
And that's how he made the best TNG film.
Yeah.
Unarguably.
Yeah.
And arguably the worst one.
Yeah. You know what? The 2 takes Frakes method, it works half the time.
Yeah, that right?
All the time.
Maybe if he took 4 takes, he would be 100%.
Yeah, it doesn't hurt to be 4 takes Frakes sometimes.
No, it doesn't. Really doesn't. So yeah, this line is the sluttiest thing anyone's ever said on TNG, and I love it. You don't seem like the kind of man who needs a holodeck to have fun.
Yeah.
Amazing.
But I like how that they remember that. That's what like holodecks are. And this is like, by season 5, I think we just have like settled into the fact that like, most people are using the holodeck to fuck in. Right. And it's not like.
I mean, I feel like we had that in like season 2 with Minuet.
Yeah. Season 1 was.
That was okay. Yeah. That was a long time ago. Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Like Gene Roddenberry, when they thought of the holodeck, like. That's the first thing he's like, we need an episode where someone fucks in it.
Yeah.
Because that's what they're going to use it for.
Yeah. And it makes sense because, if you have ultimate control of an artificial environment,
you'll exploit it.
Yeah. It's just like, you can only be such a heightened taste, thinking like, oh yeah, of course, like it's all going to be Geordi and Data stuff where they're solving crimes as Sherlock Holmes.
I got it. I got the way they can turn around Discovery. They can have an episode about whether or not the holodeck can consent to sex.
Oh yeah, I mean they are in the future. They're like pretty much they have the hollow ships. So
yeah, exactly. And so they still have advanced holodecks, and I'm sure people are still having sex with it.
Yeah,
and it's advanced to the point now where it's like near sentience. I'm sure like the computers are like such complicated algorithms that they like, and they take things into account like feelings and stuff like that. So in a way, they do emulate feeling.
Yeah, not just sex, but also murder.
Like pain.
Pain. Like people, if they are playing sort of like a role play type thing, they regularly kill off hollows, and so it's like, well, okay, are you committing an act of murder here?
Yeah. Are there like theoretical? Could you go to these holographs like family in this universe?
Yeah.
Like, do those?
Yeah,
exist?
The Doctor made a whole ass family in there.
Right.
Can you imagine just being like, going in and just being like, okay, you have a gun and just shoot one of them.
Yeah, and then
you shoot his kids.
And then you walk past his house and you hear like a child crying through the window.
Yeah.
Yeah,
it's like like the ethics. I think Voyager did like really explore like the ethics of holograms.
Oh yeah,
a lot
deleting
more than
the wife.
Yeah, deleting the wife. And
I mean, they didn't like. Voyager did a bad job at exploring ethics.
Yeah,
bad job for the most part. Like,
for the most part.
There's a couple episodes like Doctor, I think is a pretty good episode on ethics. But for the most part, they fucking missed the mark.
Yeah,
like Tuvix, honestly, like there's an argument for and against Tuvix, I guess, but ultimately it's like not a very good exploration of the ethics of that actual situation.
No.
And it's not even like a good like leaving it up to like the viewer to decide either.
Yeah, could they decide for you definitively? I mean, that's what happens a lot. I mean, I think in one of the last episodes we reviewed last week, the Enterprise episode, where that gives a definitive answer of what happens to that person. It's just like he's like, you don't get to like wonder. You're just told like, oh yeah, they were killed. They killed themselves.
The end.
So fun. That's great.
Yep. They didn't allow conversion, so they killed themselves, which is a tale as old as time. And if they would have made it about that and about how like, things like conversion therapy and also, I mean, like, like if they would have talked about how like social transition and like, medical transition is actually...
Well, they had the third sex.
Yeah, they had a third sex, but it was like, they were trying to become something that equated like the cis sex, which is what scared them.
Be on an equal playing field.
Right, exactly, which they couldn't have. No, it was a whole mess. The whole thing was a mess. But we talk about that in that episode. So let's get back to this one. Riker and Ro enter 10 forward, and Deanna Troi reports two things to them. One, that Data is the bartender. Also, two, she can read minds a little bit. She stares at Riker and says, he seems familiar. Because they fucked a bunch.
I also wonder how she knew that Data was an artificial life form. It's like, can you tell just by looking at him? He looks. You could easily mistake him as an alien, and there's pretty.
He might know that about himself.
Did he? He probably answered like, "I am a artificial life form."
Yeah, it's probably on his boot up sequence.
Yeah.
So on the bridge, Geordi finally taps into the personnel files, and they figure out Picard is the captain, and the new guy, Kieran McDuff, which is a terrible name, is the first officer. Riker is the second officer. Everybody else has their correct jobs. Worf walks away defeated when he learns he's a lowly security officer, the lead security officer.
I do like how it is kind of sad how ashamed he feels.
Yeah,
it's like that he assumed like the lead position, but it's just like I don't know.
You're literally just our cop. Sorry, guy. So Picard tells Geordi he needs to figure out the ship's mission. He's told to contact the operations officer, but he's in 10 forward waiting tables. Worf apologizes for assuming authority, and Picard is really chill as fuck about it, because Picard's a good dude.
Yeah, it's just like, no one knew.
Yeah, it's like, it's fine, dude.
You do have a really cool. You do have a really cool sash.
Yeah, I would have thought too if I had a sash that cool. Let me tell you.
I mean, season 5 is like the start of where Picard sometimes wore the captain's jacket.
Yeah, that's true. I love that jacket
because like Patrick Stewart felt like there needed to be something that like
set him apart.
Yeah, set him apart as the captain, which I kind of agree with, but I also think it's more in line with Star Trek that it's like. It's just
more egalitarian, and it's just like there's just a little thing to announce what you are.
Yeah,
because he's got so many. He's got a fucking captain's yacht. He's got a ready room. Like he has so much space. They allocate so much space for him.
Oh yeah,
specifically important space. And so he's like, and he's really like, oh, I need a jacket so they know I own the space.
Yeah,
like come on, man.
The jacket was tight, but also I felt it like
unnecessary. I like how in DS9 they gave everyone a new uniform. And the new uniforms fucking kicked ass.
Oh yeah, I think
the purple tops.
I think so DS9 are my favorite uniforms. Like I really like those. They also I feel like they have more of a jumpsuit look, which I'm more like. I actually really like the Discovery outfits as well.
Oh, I like jumpsuits. I honestly like Enterprise too. I think Enterprise.
Enterprise jumpsuits fuck so hard.
Yeah.
Like Enterprise, Discovery, and especially Deep Space Nine. I like that sort of like. Also like Miles O'Brien's like he has the one that
rolls up his sleeves.
Yeah, that's a good look.
That is a good look.
Yeah,
you should get that for work and just wear that at work.
I should, except it would just get a bunch of holes and probably catch fire because I think they're made out of polyester.
Made of rayon and shit.
It would instantly catch flame. Like I just caught my pants on fire today.
Well, it's because you're a liar.
Yes.
No, from a telephone wire.
The eventually, like if you weld in with clothes enough, like it start all the natural moistures and stuff and oils and the clothes start to evaporate out, and then it just becomes flammable. It becomes really dry and flammable.
Right.
Yeah.
You gotta wax your jeans, bro.
I gotta wax my jeans.
Wax your jeans.
I'm already taking off my pants and jacket.
You're waxing in your jeans, if you know what I mean.
I'm waxing off.
I'm
waxing off with my jeans on around my ankles. Yeah.
So anyway, in the meeting room, Geordi reports that they have more information and data info dumps and says they are part of the United Federation of Planets, and according to their records, they're in a war with the Lycian Alliance, a genocidal race who uses a new weapon that uses an energy wave to disrupt their computer systems as well as the crew's mental stability. Geordi shows them their current mission of destroying Lycian Central Command. Troy suggests they get confirmation of this mission from their superiors. However, Geordi says their mission requires they maintain radio silence, so they can't contact them.
I understand that they get that from the mission, but I feel like there's extenuating circumstances.
Right. If your entire crew forgets who they are, I feel like maybe you should go back and not go and try to complete a mission
that you're not even completely 100% on.
Yeah, you just figured out who the captain is.
Yeah, you just figured out who the captain is. You all just relearned your own names.
And so this does bring up, I think, the main ethical crux of the episode, which I think is very interesting. The idea that a soldier maybe performs best or should only perform if they understand their mission in its entirety, which is something that in the modern military structure we really don't have at all. A lot of clandestine and covert missions are entirely dark missions where an objective is given without any reason whatsoever. And these operator types, these military, special forces and stuff, who are basically the only active military we still have, fighting on the ground anywhere. They don't understand what they're doing.
Also, it's just by virtue of just being highly propagandized in the first place. It's just there is the only context they have for even entering this sort of thing is just on false pretenses. This. I mean, I have such a high, a powerful propaganda system in our country, and
we certainly
just get everyone on board for it, and it just kind of removes all of the information from any engagement we're in.
So Picard has them chart a course to the Lycian Central Command to blow it out of the fucking sky. He doesn't care. He's like, well, this is our mission. We got to do it.
That's the thing. I still feel like Picard, even though he just found out who he was,
he's still the same person, obviously, because he's chill as fuck about the Worf thing.
His ethics are still intact.
Yeah.
And I feel and we do get to see his hesitation, but I feel like Picard in this kind of situation would fully withdraw. He would be
pull out.
Yeah,
he'd use the pull out method.
He would use the pull out method because it's because you don't know, you could be the computers, since they were so tampered with, they could be wrong on many levels. This could be old information. If it not only could it be false information, it could be old information.
It could be old
information. They could be at peace with the Lycians now.
Right. This could be a historical document.
Yeah, it could be a historical document. You don't know. The computer at this point should not be trusted. I mean, if you can't trust yourself, you definitely shouldn't be trusted.
I would contact my superiors at this point and ask them what the fuck's going on.
Who am I?
Yeah. Who am I?
Tell me who I am.
So Riker takes Troy to her quarters, and she invites him in just based on muscle memory.
Yeah.
She says nothing feels right, especially the war that they're fighting. Troy says Riker continues to be the only familiar thing to her, and she touches his hair and face. She wants to fuck so bad. Riker now goes to... But
Riker's not feeling. He's just
He's I got my eyes on it.
Something tells me been there, done that.
Yeah. I don't know. I think I still smell your pussy on my beard. I don't...
That'd be funny if Riker is actually secretly the only person that retained all of his memeries.
Oh, and he's just So I actually put that in my notes.
Did you?
I actually put that in my notes that I think it would be fun if he's just using this opportunity to fuck everyone and be like, I think I was your boyfriend. Yeah. And then he just goes, he fucks and gets out and just goes to the next door, knocks on it. I think I was.
Since they all know how to use their skills, he still knows how to use Star Trek Photoshop. that suit, like the hollow Photoshop. So he just like makes all these like false hollows of pictures of him with the different people that he wants to fuck, and be like, see, I found this in my quarters. We're boyfriend girlfriend, or boyfriend boyfriend, or boyfriend they them.
So, boyfriend dolphin.
Boyfriend. Oh yeah. What happened to citation ops?
Yeah, that's a good question.
Yeah.
So, Riker goes to Ro Lauren's quarters, and she's dressed sexy as hell. Riker gets a fucking smile, and Ro says, for all they know, they could be married.
Yeah, he's just like, well, I know that I'm not in the wrong quarters.
And
something tells me I used to spend a lot of time here.
Yeah. Riker's like, we might hate each other, though. And then they sit down on the bed.
Yeah.
And they get fucking horny. She says maybe they should stay there and see what happens. Riker asks what happens if he snores in his sleep. And Ro asks him what makes him think he's going to get any sleep. As he beds her, and they sucketh and fucketh.
Yeah. That's good for them.
Yeah. Yeah, good for them. I like the two as like a romantic pair, to be honest.
Yeah, honestly, I think that makes sense.
Although, no, I actually don't like it because he's her superior. Yeah. I like it if they're like not,
Yeah.
And it's part of the same command structure, but he's her superior officer, so that is a power imbalance I don't like.
But they do have. But
here they're not sure yet, so I'm fine with it.
And they do have like different sort of like dynamics that they bring, just like the way they just the way Ro is and the way Riker is. Just like, there's very different people, and I think that works.
It kind of does, yeah. He's the chill Hawaiian shirt boyfriend, and she's like the bitchy goth girlfriend.
Yeah.
He ordered this without onions. She's that girlfriend.
Yeah, she does CrossFit.
Yeah. Oh, definitely. Yeah, she's on some keto shit.
Yeah.
Yeah. So later on the bridge, they have crossed the Lycian border. 37 hours until Central Command. A vessel is picked up ahead, and Data identifies it as a Lycian destroyer, and it heads to intercept them. McDuff is aggro as fuck and tries to shoot him down, but Picard is hesitant. The destroyer hails them. McDuff says it's probably how they wiped their minds, and they should not answer. But Troy thinks they should respond. The Lycians suddenly fire at them, and the Enterprise destroys them in response. McDuff is pleased.
Yeah, I think they definitely had to make the Lycians have to fire first, because I think if Picard did end up like just shooting them out of the sky as is,
I think it would have worked if like Worf was still captain. To be honest, they could have done that as well as a storytelling device.
Well, sorry, Worf, you're going to court. Yeah. you have to answer for some war crimes.
It's okay. My grandfather's a lawyer.
Oh crap, he's dead. But yeah, it's like, it was just. Because like I feel like there's probably I can see there being an argument in the writers' room, being like whether or not like who should fire first, kind of like the Han shot first type thing. Because it's like, if
we all know Riker shot his load first.
Yeah, Riker shot his load first
in this episode, definitely. But he came first. First contact.
Yeah,
first contact.
Right before the scene, he did. Yeah, but like because like I feel like if the Enterprise had just blown it out of the sky, like the Enterprise crew would just be completely irredeemable in the eyes of the viewer.
Yeah, it would have really hurt them in a way like Tuvix really hurt Janeway.
It would have been like something they could have never really like.
A lot of stuff hurt Janeway. Janeway made some bad decisions, some badass decisions, but also some bad decisions.
Hey, it's the Delta Quadrant. You can't only.
Yeah, the rules are different out here.
The rules are different.
It's the Wild West.
Yeah, what happens in the Delta Quadrant stays in the Delta Quadrant.
You can date a 2-year-old.
She's 3. She's 3. She's 3.
Listen, bro. It's different on her planet. The age of consent's different, all right, bro?
It's 1.5 on her planet.
Yeah, what do you want? Are you trying to break the Prime Directive? You trying to break the Prime Directive? You trying to meddle in their own affairs? It's 2, bro.
Yeah.
Just 3.
Yeah, I'm thinking I'm going to culturally appreciate them.
That's how the planet gets a ton of like weeaboos.
Yeah, oh my god.
Yeah.
Ugh.
Yeah. Just like weeaboos who are like, the age of consent is actually 16 to pay.
Yeah.
So,
yikes.
Yikes! In the meeting room, the crew discusses the next courses of action. Picard asks Crusher if she can bring their memories back. Crusher says maybe using short-term memories to retrieve long-term memories, but she needs the medical files. Geordi says they need 3 hours to get them. Picard says go ahead and do it.
You know what's actually funny I just thought about is you think if the Federation had been in a long-standing war with the Lysians, there would be more information on it besides this one mission.
That's very true.
Like, you think there would be like that would be like Data could have, like, Picard would have been like, Data, look up previous encounters with the Lysians, bring up any information on the Lysians at all, because we don't even know what they look like because we don't ever see them. And so, like, I feel like they should have been questioning that just from the lack of, because, like, whoever manufactured this information can't be that thorough.
True.
And so, like, if you're talking about a long-standing war with, like, a certain group of people, you're going to see, like, information from multiple fronts.
Right, and a lot of, like, evidence of a war.
Yeah, just evidence.
But at the same time, they don't know how big their respective civilizations are, if they're on the losing end of the war, if they're, like, the last remnants of their civilization.
But there would probably be, like, news articles, like a full, like...
I mean, most of their stuff got wiped out, though, so they don't even know what to search for.
Yeah.
So, I don't know. Yeah. So,
but it's for storytelling purposes, but it's just
right. Their systems got wiped out.
But they had 36 hours until, like, the encounter.
Yeah, but they got to get the medical files, dog.
Yeah, gotta get the medical files.
So, searching for the medical files, Data does some computer stuff as Geordi watches in awe. They find Riker's file first, and Data calls it the modern history of gonorrhea. It's like a textbook. It keeps mutating.
Like, they bring up a map, like, of Riker. It's like Riker in the middle, and then it just shows up on it, like, lines spreading to dots, and those dots, those lines spreading to other dots. And
it's like a family tree of gonorrhea. Throughout the entire galaxy.
Like, Captain, we need to shoot Commander Riker out of the airlock.
See, it all originates from Risa.
Yeah. It seems he's created an epidemic on Risa.
He takes what he calls vacations there, and it always spreads from there. We can trace it back to his time off dates.
Yes, he's created a sort of vaccine-resistant gonorrhea. Again.
So, Geordi says Data must have been an exceptional bartender after watching his hand skills, and he also says he must do an incredible hand job.
Yeah.
And Data asks if he'd like to find out.
Yeah.
Geordi says he would. Data comes over to him and slowly unzips the back of his uniform and kisses his neck gently. And he says, "You're mine now."
Again, I think you probably got a version with all the deleted scenes, because I didn't get that one.
Yeah, this might be part of my dream.
Yeah, I think it's part of the dream, yeah. Again, like your porn playlist playing with this with Star Trek.
Let me skip past the gape then. Data says there may be a home planet for his people, realizing that he's an android. He also posits that he might be unique. They get the files, and most of them are missing. With Riker, he's staring at a plaque when Troy enters and says she's restless. She says their mission doesn't feel right. Riker tries to reassure her. He plays some trombone, much to both of their surprise. He says Riker enjoys mountain climbing, was born in Alaska, enjoys...
Wherever that is.
Yeah, and he says he enjoys exotic food and pussy, and takes his vacations on a place called Risa, which is a fun little thing.
Yeah, I like the Jahamaroon was just, like, right there.
Yeah, his Horgon.
Horgon, yeah.
His Horgon statue is, like, right there on the table, and she picks it, and he picks it up. It's fun. He has a book that's signed by her to him with love.
Oh.
Riker says that may explain the familiar feelings they have, and they almost kiss. And I have to believe Riker didn't lose his memory, and he's just using this opportunity to get as late as possible. That's where I wrote the note in here. I had that idea as well.
But it's funny, like, it's just like he has this moment of realization. Also, he has to have they have to have personal pads or something with their photos.
Right.
And so it's just like, you think, like, he would be looking through and be seeing a bunch of pictures of him and Diana, and then find...
Oh, pictures, you mean?
Yeah.
You mean videos?
Yeah, videos.
Yeah. He's like, who's... Oh, Oh, dang. She can put it all the way back. God damn, son.
I found an online photo album called OnlyFans that I'm apparently on. He's like, my word. But yeah, but it's just like, you think like, you know, seeing those, and then also this book that says Love Deanna, like, you think he would have the strong suspicion that he could potentially be married to Diana.
Diana?
Deanna.
Princess Diana?
Princess Diana. Deanna Troy.
Princess Diana Troy.
You feel like he would have some sort of like inkling that could be a possibility, even though they're not married yet.
But he doesn't give a fuck.
He does not give a fuck.
Because Ro just comes in and makes things uncomfortable for a moment, and then Troy leaves, and him and Ro just go at it again. Immediately, he like whips his dick out, and she's like, damn, you're ready.
He's just like,
ready, Freddy.
I think I might have a wife. Oh well.
Yeah. Maybe we're making a 3 thing.
Yeah, because you think you would find a bunch of pictures, then like, I'm gonna guess like Ro isn't going to be in none of them, and
but like Riker found like his holodeck programs, and like half of them were Deanna, but the other half were Ro.
Yeah. So he's like, okay, you know what, 50-50.
Yeah.
I'm sure he has a whole.
I think I'm married to this person named Minuet. Do we have a Minuet on the ship?
I mean, he does have a Minuet baby.
He does.
Yeah.
So, next, Geordi is talking to Picard about his concerns as to the specific damage to the files. Any file that could tell them who they are is completely gone. McDuff says it's consistent with the Lysian weapon and volunteers for a brain scan that Crusher wants to do. But during the scan, McDuff starts to seize as he's being scanned, so they stop it.
Again, this part, I like.
Although I think he comes.
Yeah, I mean, I do like how he kind of like giggles to himself. He's like, I tricked her, but it's just like she has a full.
Yeah, she can read your vitals.
She can literally read your vitals. She could be like.
She's doing a brain scan. She can tell if your brain is wrong.
Yeah, she can tell if you're seizing or something. Like, instead, she's probably like, stop moving around.
Maybe the Lysians can give themselves seizures. That's so worthless.
What? He was something else.
Oh, yeah. Oh, that's right. Yeah.
But whatever he is.
Yeah.
Like, could cause mimic seizures or something. But who knows?
So in Picard's ready room, he talks with McDuff. He tells him he has concerns about the mission and fundamental doubts about it. McDuff seems to agree, but asks if they really need to prolong the war based on their moral discomfort. Picard has much to think about. Worf next speaks with McDuff. McDuff says they were both born for battle, and it's likely that's why they were stationed on the ship. They're warriors with a mission. He says he's concerned about victory in this war, and that hesitation might mean death. He says they can't let this happen and dismisses Worf.
It's funny that no one really. I mean, I guess it could just be the sign that, like, like intuitively, like they know they don't actually have any sort of relationship with McDuff. But it's just funny that no one was like, Deanna didn't go to McDuff and be like,
I gotta suck your dick, homie.
I gotta like start.
Like no one wanted to fuck McDuff.
And start imprinting on him
because McDuff's not hot like Riker.
Yeah, he looks like Ron DeSantis.
He does look a little. He looks like Ron DeSantis mixed with Christopher McDonald.
He does. Yeah, he's not like
a Shooter McGavin Ron DeSantis.
Yeah, he definitely looks like a McDuff. He's very potato coated.
He is very, very Scots Irish. Like, unfortunately so.
Yeah.
So as they enter the Lysian system, Picard raises red alert in battle stations. They sail through with ease without encountering any battleships or any real opposition. They approach the Lysian Central Command, and no defenses are scanned. It seems Central Command is mostly defenseless. It's just got a few phaser banks and a few torpedoes. To fire on it would mean the death of over 15,000 people on board. Troy says that's not right, and Riker wonders how their mortal enemy is so far behind in technology. Great question. McDuff says they must attack, but Picard says he does not fire on defenseless people. He hails them, and McDuff tries to take command and fire all weapons. He easily beats the shit out of Worf, and Riker shoots him with a phaser, and then Worf does too.
Yeah, it's funny that, I mean, we've talked about how, like, TNG, Worf is basically just used to show how strong other people are.
Yeah,
he loses every single
he's a
battle.
puppet. Yeah,
but at this point, by season 5, he's still losing battles.
He is until he gets on fucking DS9. He's losing battles, baby.
Yeah, so it's just like at a certain point, if you don't let him ever win. We're just gonna assume that he's the weakest Klingon that ever existed.
Yeah, because he grew up on fucking Earth, man.
Yeah, but he gets his ass. He gets his ass kicked constantly, and like the Macduff just sends him across the room with a single punch. But I mean, it's also crazy how strong Macduff's race. Yeah, right. Like Macduff's race is like
just pure brawn.
Yeah,
for being just a regular humanoid.
And so it's like how are they losing this battle with the Lysians?
It's just fucking Worf is just weak as fuck, man.
Yeah, but it's just like, but you just wonder if these guys are really that strong, like why aren't they kicking the Lysians' asses?
Well, because they have inferior technology.
Okay.
So next we get a captain's log. Captain's log supplemental. We are on a course for Starbase 301. Dr. Crusher has been working steadily and has restored the memories of most of the crew. So the Lysians identified Macduff as a Sutteran, an alien race that's been trying to destroy the Lysians for decades. Picard has reached out and apologized for his acts of war. Riker says, with the technology they used to take the ship, it was surprising they needed the Enterprise to destroy their target. But the Sutteran weapons technology was very far behind the Lysians. They just had the one mind ray. Riker walks into 10 forward, and Ro and Troy are at a table talking. And Riker... It's like, are they talking about my dick? Yeah. They better not be talking about my dick unless it's a good thing. Unless they're both like, I love his dick. And then they can be talking about my dick just fine. They invite Riker to sit down, and he tries to apologize. But Ro says she was just doing something she probably always wanted to do.
Damn.
And Riker's like, let me get that number, baby. hey, honey pie, sweet girl. Let me get that number. Come on, daddy. Oh, give me a smile. So Ro says, as far as she's concerned, they shared something that she will treasure forever.
Yeah.
Riker's like, so we can do it again.
I do like her deadpan delivery of it. Like, it's just like, it was something that we'll treasure forever. It's just like, meaning like, oh yeah, this ain't gonna happen again. Right? Yeah.
Riker looks confused, and Troy says if he's still confused tomorrow, he knows where her office is, because she wants to bang on that desk.
Yeah.
She wants to bang on that desk. She's like, you remember, your dick is mine. That dick is mine. It belonged to me.
Yeah, she's got that psychiatrist couch.
Oh yeah, she does.
Yeah,
and that desk.
That desk.
Does she want to fuck on that desk, baby?
We don't really get to see too much of her office. There's only a few episodes where we actually go in there.
Yeah, she doesn't do much like therapy or counseling for being a counselor.
No,
in the series, they don't address it too much at all.
You think like since they introduced her role on the ship and TNG, there would be a lot more. Because that would have been that could have been the case for a lot of like different psychological type episodes where people are in her office, like
they usually use Guinan for the psychological stuff though. She's more of a ship's counselor than Troy is. Troy's more of like a diplomatic counselor. Yeah, and just kind of like, when they need to further the plot and she can read their emotions. Oh yeah, that's the end of the episode, by the way.
Oh yeah,
that's the end.
Yeah, they go and they commit a war crime and don't get any retribution for it.
If you lose your memory and then accidentally commit a war crime, it's still a war crime.
I kind of feel like the way it like jumps, it seems like they were just like, oops.
I mean, and they were fired on first, so it's more of an act of war than a war crime.
Yeah, but it's like they did it oopsie, and then they just go like,
oopsie daisy, killed 34 people.
Yeah, I think there should have been like, I mean, I can understand like there's not enough time for it because that would have been like a whole other set and makeup and all that stuff, and that would have been another 20 minutes or so when we were at the end. But
right.
But it would have been interesting to have like some sort of like diplomacy with the Lysians, like just Picard being like, I'm really, 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 really sorry.
Oopsie
daisy. Oopsie daisy.
My people have a saying, whoopsie doopsie, whoopsie daisy.
There was a famous performer named, and his line was, did I do that?
I am now imploring you to heed the words of our great hero on earth, Stephen Urkel.
Stephen Urkel and Stephen Urkel.
When he said, did I do that? Ask yourself this question, gentlemen. Did you do this?
Did you? Mm-hmm. And if you were in my position, would you do that? Maybe. But yeah, I mean, but yeah, it was pretty funny. I mean, I think Patrick Stewart did a really good job of like conveying Picard's kind of this like being unsettled with you know the fact that he just like killed a bunch of innocent people.
Yeah, he's not cool with that.
Yeah, he's just like clutching his tea and just being like, you know, doing the 1,000-yard stare and just being like, I just fucked up big time.
Meanwhile, Riker's like, can I go 3 rounds with Ro?
So I'm gonna get out of here.
Yeah, so I think that's my time.
I know you're dealing with something right now, but
Picard's like, I think we did a war crime.
But Ro's kind of doing a little Caesaring right now.
Yes.
She's hot and ready.
Pizza.
Yeah, so I need to get out of here and go 10 forward. So good luck with that. You know what? You should try and talk to the ship's counselor. You know, that's where Deanna should be. She should be talking to Picard. Like he's like completely like fucked up.
She comes in and like is like, hey, if you need me, I'm here. Yeah. So, but you know, she offers her services.
She does,
but her services are useless.
But Picard's pretty traumatized. He's got some PTSD.
Indeed. Picard trauma stress disorder.
He's got Picard. Yeah, I mean that's what how you describe like a alien situation where you do an oopsie daisy by killing a bunch of people with memory loss because you have memory loss.
Yeah, I got PTSD.
Picard tastes Shinzon's dick.
You know what? Could have happened. Why not?
I mean, it's him.
Yeah.
Yeah, Shinzon. Yeah, Picard.
Yeah.
Picard tastes Shinzon's dick. PTSD, baby. I hate how my brain works.
Yeah.
How do you like this episode?
I like it. Like, it's one of my favorite episodes.
Is it? It's honestly, I didn't remember this episode when I watched it. Yeah. Just totally passed over my head. It's a good episode.
Yeah.
You know, it's a great Riker episode because he's just a horny boy the entire time. Like, he's the B plot, and the B plot is an SEX plot. It's great.
I do like how, because everyone else is like really grappling with this like sense of self and who they are.
Whereas Riker he's like, I'm on the B plot, and B stands for back shots.
Yeah, he's just like, you know what? You know, like the fact that I don't remember anything is actually kind of exciting.
Yeah.
he's just being like, you know what, I'm rolling with this, and you know what, whatever lands on my dick, that's how it
he's
goes.
Like, you know what, I don't have a memory, so I don't really have a type. I don't know. I kind of want to fuck everything.
Why the fuck not? Yeah, Riker does seem in good spirits the entire time.
Oh, he's in great spirits. He's smiling this whole episode. He probably read this script and just laughed.
Yeah, he's grinning. It is really funny because they're dealing with this very serious situation. Also, one thing I forgot to comment on is like how when it does show them on the bridge, since like McDuff is like taking up Riker's seat and Riker's in Deanna's seat, and Deanna is like sitting in a little like stool.
Yeah, they got her the kiddie table.
Yeah, I think I think she knows she's supposed to be sitting in that seat, and you can see like her kind of like looking around, knowing this is wrong, which I thought was a little nice touch. It was only lasted like a second, but I thought it was really funny.
This is honestly an episode that needed Guinan, and didn't have Guinan.
Yeah,
this is something where like, I mean, they had.
Yeah, where was Guinan at this time?
I mean, she's only on like 40 episodes of the show. So
yeah,
she's like Garrick. Basically,
it could have been like on her day off, so she was just hanging out in her quarters, and so she just thought she was like a normal person,
right,
like just a normal civilian like everybody else.
Yeah. She forgets all her PTSD.
Yeah,
Picard sucks Shinzon's dick. So Picard PT. The tastes.
Yeah, tastes. Yeah. So she was probably just like Riker came and checked up on her. She's like, I guess I live here, and they just like went on. Yeah. But yeah, I mean, Guinan would have been good to use. And not so you think like you know, Deanna like understands her empathic powers. and she doesn't seem to use them on MacDuff.
No.
And it seems like you could really get a sense of like,
because he's obviously didn't forget anything, and he has a motive this entire time.
Yeah, and you can sense like emotion from him, that he is like vengeful. He's bloodthirsty.
And he doesn't want to fuck.
Yeah, and like, yeah,
what kind of first officer doesn't want to fuck?
He doesn't want to. He's totally disinterested in fucking.
Show me a first officer don't want to fuck. Seriously.
Yeah, it's true. They all do.
They all want to fuck.
Yeah, especially, except Kira always goes like for the Bariles though. So
she still wants to fuck. She wants to fuck them. Yeah. Like, she's a top baby. Yeah. That's the only explanation I accept.
That's why in the Mirror universe she's much more top coded.
Yeah.
Like commandant or attendant Kira.
Yeah.
Yeah, but like but yeah, I just thought that was interesting that Deanna didn't use her empathic powers, and since like, okay, everyone else on this ship is pretty chill, and this dude over here, he seems fuck up.
So another thing I didn't like, Data should have somehow retained his memory. Because I don't understand how they can be technologically 100 years beyond the civilization, and the positronic robot is a unique creation within the Federation that doesn't exist anywhere else, basically.
Yeah, it's also...
And so this civilization is both 100 years behind the Federation's technology, but also several hundred years beyond the Federation's technology.
Yeah,
both in one weapon that wipes out their memory, and also somehow positronics.
Yeah, that's the thing. Like, you could foresee like this alien preparing because they've established like more or less like all the aliens in the universe are basically the same, just
basically humanoids, because of the founders,
and so they would all react similarly to a mind wiping beam. That's totally plausible.
Yeah,
but something that like wouldn't be accounted for in a mind wiping beam is a positronic brain.
Yeah, a robot.
Yeah, and they
don't have like I guess it wipes out all of the electronic, basically. I don't know.
Yeah, and he's not backed up anything.
It's a very overpowered weapon.
Yeah,
in a lot of ways. It's weird how this civilization can be like on the losing end of a war.
But the point is the storytelling.
Yeah,
just like we need a means to tell the story of the
and so I guess that is kind of my problem with the story. Is it's obviously written by two people who have never written for Star Trek before or since.
Yeah,
it's an interesting self-contained story. But there's so many like things about the characters that they just don't seem to take into account.
Yeah.
At the same time, I feel like Riker's really well written, and this is kind of like, I think, true to Riker's character, what he would do.
Yeah.
He would just be like, "Well, I'm horny, and someone better suck it."
Yeah.
And he just like the first one in the crew who's like, "I'll fucking put it in my mouth." He's like, "Yeah, well, yeah, you're my girlfriend now."
And similarly with like Worf and
he's like, "I'm the leader."
Yeah, and like and also but he also has a feeling of shame, and also just like he has these convictions in himself. Like even though he's convinced that he would want war with the Lysians as well. Like Worf like understands like it's wrong and stops Macduff at the right moment. And I feel like Jonathan Frakes and Michael Dorn are two people who really like brought a lot of their own ideas to the character themselves.
Yeah, absolutely.
So like I kind of wonder if like because they feel so strong in this episode is because like Frakes and Dorn really know their characters and put a lot of themselves. So they're so it could not be the writing, it could just be their own input.
Yeah, fair.
Yeah, because I did like all of Worf's moments in this, like his instantly taking command, like. Feeling ashamed for having assumed his leadership role, and then
he's got that cool sash though, dog.
And then but still wanting to feel this need to feel that he needs to fight and go to battle, and then ultimately doing the right thing and not firing on the Lysians when it comes time.
He's got a fun arc, and it's pretty true to his character, I think. In this. Yeah. And so some of the characters are well written, and I think this interestingly advances Ro and. Riker's characters together, although it doesn't really touch on this too much more in the entire series, if at all.
No, because
It doesn't happen again, I don't think.
Yeah, I loved Laura Lauren's character. Like,
she's great.
Yeah, I did think she got like a lot of the
She got shafted in
Picard
Shafted. Season 3, yeah.
Yeah, but
shafted.
And shafted in TNG and stuff. And
she did also get shafted in TNG.
Shafted.
In this episode specifically.
Shafted.
But no, yeah, I mean, I like this episode a lot. Like, I remember watching that Rick and Morty episode and being like, oh, okay, this is Star Trek. Like, it was just like, I mean, they don't lose their memories, but they kind of like, they have false implanted memories. So they assume like these strangers are someone they've known for years, and they have all these false memories that go behind. So they don't know who is, their real family member and who is like a false memory implanted by these parasites. So it is kind of like a lot of Conundrum, but they don't really lose their memory. But they don't.
Still similar.
They don't. Yeah, they don't know who's who. Yeah.
Yeah. What would you have done in this situation if you just lost your memory? If you come to work one day and you just like everyone forgets who they are, but you still know how to weld. You all still know how to weld. What would you do?
I'd go home.
That's fair. That's
better than I wouldn't know where home is.
I'm gonna give that one to you. That's
yeah,
a good
just
answer.
be like, look, none of us even know why we're here. Like, I could not even know what a job is.
That's true.
I could just be like, why am I here? Like I could, there could be any number of reasons I could be there, but like
I think I came in to get your guys' restroom. Yeah, just go take a poop and leave.
Yeah, I'd just be like, you know what? I better just go home. But then I'll be like, I don't know where my car is.
Yeah,
I don't know what a car is. I don't know where my home is, and I would just stand in the parking lot.
I don't know what a parking lot is.
I don't know where the parking lot is.
What are these big things in the parking lot?
Yeah.
Why am I calling it a parking lot?
So maybe I would just go inside and sleep on some comfortable surface I'd find.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Cool. Sounds good.
Yeah, who knows? You know what? Maybe I would like to just like, if there's anything I could do to actually lose my memory, I'd like to do it. Just like experience it.
Nice.
Yeah.
Cool. Well, I've got some ideas for you. Head injury.
Head injury. Okay.
That's a good way to go.
I could do the 51st dates brain injury, where every day feels like the same day, and I just lose memory of that.
Yeah.
That was pretty unethical.
Didn't Chris Benoit have that?
Yeah.
51st dates memory loss.
Yeah. He was just like, he wakes up every day and like, time to kill my wife and child. Oh, I already did. Wait, no, I didn't get a chance.
No, wait, I killed myself after.
Oh, I killed myself after. Wait.
Hold the phone. What's happening?
I mean, there's a Black Mirror episode like that too.
Like Chris Benoit.
Well, no, it's kind of like Grimm. It's just like future punishment. Where they just like make this woman relive the day she killed some people every single day. They make her lose her memories. But it also seems so stupid because it's like, well, how is she supposed to like? How is this punishing her? She forgets every single day.
Right.
And so the trauma of what and and the consequence of her actions doesn't sit with her.
Yeah. She just gets re-traumatized by the actual.
And it requires like a weird like. Almost futuristic playground where
you say their carceral situations don't make sense. What about ours?
Yeah, ours don't make sense either.
Yeah, like does our punishment make sense?
Nope.
Like, hey, fucking, you're gonna go to jail for like 50 years for fucking drug possession, right? However, you fucking rob 1 million people's pensions blind, and you go to jail for like 6.5.
Yeah, and like also it's like after 50 years, like how are you supposed? What lesson are you supposed to learn? Your life's over. Like,
yeah,
it's just like
exactly. Like, what good are you to anybody? You're just like
you lost the best years of your life.
But that's what a lot of our carceral arrangements are all about: is doing something with the surplus labor we have.
Yeah,
and creating slave labor out of it because we can't sustain that many people, or business doesn't want to sustain that many people in employment because businesses do not want full employment because that means they can't maximize profits, because one of the first places businesses cut, even though they don't need to, is fucking wages.
Yeah.
That's not one of their biggest expenses, but that's the first place they cut. It's evil.
Very interesting.
Very interesting. So I think that's a great place for us to leave it.
Yeah.
I like this episode a good bit. I'd give it a 6.5 out of 10. It's not great. Some of the characters have better storylines than others. Geordi's kind of just like a tech prop in this, which isn't my favorite.
Yeah, Geordi does have a lot to do. I mean,
he talks a lot, but he just gives information.
I mean, I do like the point. I do like the moment he shares with Data. I thought that was nice.
Yeah.
Like where he's speculating on whether or not like there's a data on every single Federation ship.
Right. And he calls him you must have been a great bartender. Mm-hmm. Yeah, and he's like, why? Because I take everyone home and fuck them at the end of the night. So I guess that is what bartenders do.
Yeah, that's bartender duty.
Yeah.
No, I really like this episode. Like, it's one that stands out to me.
Mm-hmm.
Like, yeah, it's just it's fun to watch. That's why I like, anytime like characters have to refigure out who they are, and just like, and they just like make assumptions. You kind of see like, it's very in tune with their character. Picard is just like, he does take that sort of like command role, and then also.
But he's also chill as fuck, and he doesn't need it. Whereas like Worf feels the need to take it.
Yeah.
Yeah, and everyone's like, well, he does have a sash.
He does have a sash.
Yeah, he's got like less like little buttons than the rest of most of us, but he's got the sash.
Yeah, it's funny that Roy Lauren didn't point to your earring and be like, "Well, I got this cool ass earring."
Yeah. Riker's like, I got this hard ass dick. Looks like I'm captain.
Yeah, that'd be funny. That's what I would have liked to see if they just since they completely lost all context of who they are and what they stand for. It's just like they end up just making a completely new thing.
It's like Lord of the Flies.
Yeah, it's like Lord of the Flies type stuff.
Yeah, fucking everyone immediately beats up Worf.
Yeah, and then they cut his head off and they just put it on a pike. And then like McDuff is just like, no, what about these guys called the Lysians? The who?
Fuck you, you're next.
Yeah. They cut his head off. And then
they blow up the Lysian station in the end.
Yeah. This 9/11 it. I think we're all suicide bombers. Yeah, why not? I think it had an opportunity to go really weird. They should have taken it.
Inshallah, the Lysian shall fall.
Inshallah,
the command center shall fall.
Guess that's
wait. What about Command Center 7? All right.
Yeah, I guess that's my only complaint. They didn't take it to a weirder spot.
That's true. They could have taken it much weirder.
Much weirder, yeah.
But overall, pretty all right episode.
Yeah,
I liked it enough. Yeah.
All right. Well, I guess that's it. Thanks for checking with us, soy boys, girls, and our woodly beans. Hang dong and
The lights are evil.